My name is Francesca Higgins and I'm playing the role of Christine Daae.
Lovely. So, tell us about any shows that you've done in the past.
I've done a fair few shows. So I started doing musicals when I was here at Emmaus. I started off doing Annie Get Your Gun, and then I moved into Jesus Christ Superstar, and then I did Sue School the Musical, and then Hot Mikado. So after that, I went into doing the Rockhampton Council musicals. So I did The Boy from Oz and Dusty the Musical. And also in between that, I was doing the RMU musicals as well. So I did Rockin' Robin, I did Peter Pan, and I did Hairspray.
Lovely.
So thank you.
Yeah, rightio. So how are you finding the role of Christine?
It's challenging, but in a good way. Christine is a ballet dancer. She is plucked from, well, the crowd at a rehearsal to sing for the opera, and she isn't prepared at all. She's quite nervous when she starts off, but then she realizes that she has this voice that someone has been secretly teaching her behind the scenes, which is obviously the Phantom, and she blossoms into this woman. So she's basically starting off as a naive girl just in the ballet chorus to become this woman who is pretty much in a love triangle, and gets confused, and I think she knows what she's doing, but she also is very naive at the same time. So she's being pulled in multiple directions between loving Rao and also potentially loving the Phantom at the same time.
Wow, so a really complex sort of role.
Very complex when it comes to emotions. She goes from one extreme to the other, and the musical does start off light and gets quite deep and dark into the emotions, so it's a roller coaster for me.
Brilliant. So how are you finding the music?
The music is very challenging. I don't think I've had to sing anything harder in my life, but it's such a great challenge because I love this type of music and I've always sung it throughout growing up, so it's a privilege to be able to sing something so difficult, but at the same time it's just, yeah, wonderful.
Okay, so what about the rest of the cast, the music of the show as a whole? Tell us about that.
Oh, the music as a whole, I don't think anyone will be falling asleep in their seats. Like, it is exciting the whole way through, no matter how many people are on stage, because it goes from having the whole cast on stage for Masquerade to, say, just Jacob and I, as Rao and Christine, to, you know, having the three of us, and then having all the principals all singing different things at the same time. There's never a dull moment in the show.
Fantastic. Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
So you're working in the show with Joy Philippi and Grant Wolfe-Whitfield
Yes.
as co-directors.
Yes.
Can you tell us what it's like working with them?
Oh, it's great. I don't think I've been in a musical, maybe one or two, where I haven't worked with Joy before, so no matter what, I've had Joy in a show with me at some point, no matter what she was doing. Which is great because I do have that connection with her already and we are quite comfortable to work together. Working with Grant is a new experience for me, but his experience is amazing. Like, he'll just tell you to do one thing and then you just take it on so easy because he is so easy to work with. But his experience, you can definitely tell that he's been in the industry before, and it's a privilege to work with someone who has been somewhere that you would love to be one day.
What about your costumes? Can you describe those?
My costumes, that's a different story. I have a lot of costumes that I'm still trying to work out where they go and when I have to change into them. But they are amazing. The costume ladies are doing such a fantastic job that it's incredible that's what happens behind the scenes, is so much work. I only have to learn the songs and do the dances and do the scenes, but just what they do backstage is phenomenal.
So can you describe the show overall as to what Rockhampton audiences can look forward to?
They can look forward to a very emotional roller coaster, that's all I can say. There will be points in the show where you feel like you may want to cry. There will be points where you will get goosebumps up your arms, but just how, I don't know, you might be creeped out, or you just might get that sensation of it's just so exciting. So there's, yeah, it goes from one extreme to another, and there'll be points where you feel sorry for the Phantom. People might not think it, but there will be at least one point you'll feel for the Phantom.
Brilliant. Okay, so if I had to ask you to name one thing that has most excited you, or that you love most about this show, what would it be?
I would probably say definitely the music. I just love singing this type of stuff, but also being able to work with such talented people as well. It's been so great. I've done shows with Jacob before, but I haven't done any shows with Lachlan, so that's a new experience for me as well, and just getting to know them and then getting to know the ensemble as well, who I haven't worked with in the past, is great. It's just, yeah, getting to meet new people.
The music for this show is probably going to be different from what Rocky audiences are used to hearing in a music theatre. How do you think Rocky audiences will react to the music in this show?
I think they'll be pleasantly surprised with the music. I don't think they'll be realising that it's a fully sung operatic show. There is a few bits of dialogue in the show, but it's one of those things that I think people will be excited to see it. They might at some point be thinking, whoa, what's going on? What are they singing? Because there are a few songs that are really, really in your face, but it'll always keep them interested, because it's so exciting to watch that you are so impressed that people are singing 5 different lines at the same time, that it's just one of those things. I think they'll love it.